I've come to speak to you all about what I call healing the patriarchy with love. Now, I know when you hear the word patriarchy and love in the same sentence, you are likely to recoil and become defensive because, of course, you hate patriarchy. Why wouldn't you? When we look at what it's done and what it continues to do. But it's not actually about loving what patriarchy does or continues to do. It's a different message altogether. And I'd love it if you would let me share with you what the real message is at the heart of that. So, healing the patriarchy with love has nothing to do with external patriarchy. We have all been trained by media and the constant stream of nightmarish stories that relate to what patriarchy is doing to people. And whilst that's served for a long time, because it's helped people to wake up from the illusion of patriarchy, and it's helped people to see what patriarchy is and the harm that it can do, there comes a time when you have to heed that the message is actually one to turn inward. And turning inward is just the start of the journey. It's the start of actually taking our love and our kindness and our activism out into the world. But before we can do that from a place of sovereignty, we have to turn inwards to ourselves. And that is the journey that I call healing the patriarchy with love. And I'll explain why. So in some Buddhist traditions, the trait of wisdom is considered to carry a masculine energy. That does not mean that only men are wise. It's really just speaking of the essence and the energy and the frequency of wisdom. So it carries a masculine energy. And they also say that compassion carries a feminine energy or essence, frequency. And again, that doesn't mean that men aren't compassionate. It just is speaking to the vibration of compassion and the vibration of wisdom. When we think about that, we can think about our mind. And our minds, regardless of what gender they belong to, carry an energy and essence of the divine masculine. And our hearts, regardless of what gender they belong to, carry the energy and essence of the divine feminine. And healing the patriarchy with love is nothing more than the realization that we've spent an awful lot of time focusing on our mind, what our mind tells us, what our mind needs, what our thoughts are. And we've done an awful lot of work on our mind, spent lots of time considering it, maybe had help with our mental health, that kind of thing. But when we need to heal the patriarchy of love, it means that work has come at the neglect of the heart. In other words, the divine feminine has been neglected in favour of the divine masculine. Now, this doesn't mean that we need to ditch our minds and just forget about them and come rushing to our hearts. Quite rightfully, every part of us needs care, love and attention and kindness. And that's how we heal all of us and integrate our shadow, and our egos get polished and integrated and reborn into kinder aspects of ourselves. But in order for that to happen, we can't neglect any part of us. So we can't neglect the heart, and we can't neglect the body, which holds our intuition. And equally, we can't suddenly turn away from the mind and only give the heart or the body attention, care and love. So healing the patriarchy with love is actually the inward journey of taking care of all parts of us. And when we reach a certain stage within that journey, that's when we can then start to take that work out into the world in whatever way we feel guided to. And it doesn't have to be fancy. You don't have to be a spiritual teacher. You can be anything. And when we've healed those parts, it becomes clearer what our mission is, our purpose, and where we want to go and place that love and kindness. And that actually helps us to step off, out of the rat race, off the hamster wheel. And it also helps to heal all parts of us. And at this time on the planet, we've all done an awful lot of healing the patriarchy with love, to the point that we're actually at a tipping point and a crossroads. So there is a need for anyone who's done that work, and you will know, you'll have a sense as you're listening to this, oh yes, I'm one of those people. I pay attention to all parts of me. I take care of all parts of me. Even if you're not doing it perfectly, it doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be perfect. Then you will know that it's time for you to go and take your love out into the world. What is your message? What are you here for? And if you're not quite there yet, that's okay. Maybe this video is just a little prompt and gentle reminder that today is the day to begin either of those journeys. So whether you are taking that love out into the world, or whether you are needing to bring love inwards, it's all the same, and we're all in it together. So I hope this message helps you. Let me know in the comments where you're up to and what bits resonate. I'd love to hear about your journey. I'm very interested, so please leave some comments. And go well, go lightly,